According to StreamYard, we're starting 24 minutes early. Aliens.
Aliens. It's that time slip,
Alien.
you know?
Yeah, time slip. Hello, everybody. Welcome to WUFO East Coast. We got a good half show for you tonight. But we're happy to see people in the comments. Hello, friends. Welcome back. We've taken a few weeks break. I think it was much needed for both of us. I know that you have been doing all of the school things. Efficiently are a candidate for your PhD. So super exciting.
I'm so tired.
But like, I love that you have like a really good support system within like your little academic family where like, you know, you're being told to rest and you're being told like, hey, it's going to be okay. I really like that you were like, oh, you know, I was hearing examples of people arguing like their final argument for their PhD and how they still messed up, but were able to like bounce back and still get their PhDs. So I think, you know, that's awesome. Make you sleep better, I think.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, it's this big ass scary exam and like people cry during it. Like this is what I was warned with. And then like
people cry during
people cry, like break down crying and like and I was like, okay. And like I have a really hard committee apparently, and like we did it and I actually had like fun.
Oh my god.
Like we were cracking jokes. So
best case scenario happened.
It was so good. It was so good. Oh, hi, Maestro. Are you gonna? Okay, no, he's not.
Oh my gosh, I got the sweetest message from that baby earlier. You were like asking me a question, and then it was just like,
yeah, Maestro like came and stepped all over the keyboard, and it was like, okay, I'll send it.
Just gonna send it. Oh, it looks like we have the Earth joining us tonight. That's good to know. This is very comforting. Oh my goodness.
I love that we have our literal ground support crew, the Earth.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, I have like a story from the holiday that I think is really fun. And I've been just like racking it in my brain. So my mom has this house, and it's like my second or third time ever being there. It's like newer to her and to the family, but it was built in like the 30s, and it's like right on Main Street in her little town, and it's super cute, but it definitely has like signs of aging and wear and tear. It's definitely like creepy noises and things of the sort. But she has been telling me about how, what was one of the first things that happened? I'm off to a great start. So under this, staircases are under the furnace area, there's like this secret door behind like this closet, and then she found like a bunch of candy wrappers in a circle in this little cubby hideaway thing. And so I came back with a film camera and I took a picture or two of it just to see, you know, what maybe would show up. But she's also seen like a white misty figure in the shower. She's seen somebody like walk on her deck, but like the deck doesn't squeak. But then when I was there, I kept hearing people walking on the deck or like upstairs, but saw somebody the one time on the deck. So the deck thing is up in the air for me. But there's a series of things of like things not being where they're supposed to be, showing up in random places, and she is someone who loves to like treasure hunt at like Goodwill and gets things that she think might be valuable. And so she like found things like missing and all of this activity, and we're trying to figure out like, oh, if this is indeed activity. you know, is it coming from like one of these really bizarre items that she's just like acquired, or is it her house being old as shit, or is it like, you know, not related, super something wild, Little Earth style, trying to figure that out. And I got to like kind of have like a little moment upstairs where I got to kind of sit and just be like, all right, if there's anything, we're chill. And gave my mom like a little talk about, you know, instead of wanting to like cleanse it away, to instead be like, hey, you know, I see that you're here and it's cool that you're here. But while you're here, let's set some boundaries, because I don't like being scared in the morning in the shower, and I don't like hearing, you know, things late at night. So let's, and I don't want to like, you know, pick up candy wrappers in the little secret room, because it makes me think that, you know, you have mice or something. I don't know. But, you know, nothing like that happened really to me or Cliffy while we were there. But I'm, you know, I'm wondering what would happen if she were gone for like a couple days, and, you know, I'm just having fun with, you know, the theories, knowing absolutely nothing and experiencing nothing. But it's cool. It's fun. It's, you know, something that I haven't really experienced like from like my mom or my family since I was a kid. So it's fun to kind of be like, oh, you know, as long as it's, you know, not scary and doesn't, she seems to be fine with it. So it was a fun, surprising story to hear, when you're like eating dinner. Like, oh, you want me to investigate your house? Okay.
Like sure, fun. I can do that.
I would love to. I've investigated a lot of strangers' houses. I would love to do my mom's. It's actually like a lot less anxiety and stuff. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's fun. And I don't have it to reference, but Cliffy got me an awesome birthday present. It's like this cassette player and recorder, and it's like portable and cool and awesome. And I'm gonna bring that, and I'm gonna bring like a film camera, one with a flash and like one without a flash, and take like the same pictures and see what happens. And then I'm just gonna like, ooh, it would be fun to ask Jason about the EMFs. I know that he has been picking out a few. I wonder if there are any others available, but super fascinating if you follow.
Absolutely ask.
So out of my wheelhouse and so over my head, but I just am obsessed with it. He makes EMF detectors, so go check that out. I think on Twitter still, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Gonna have all the things, and we're gonna figure out if my mom's house is haunted.
Such a good family, wholesome adventure.
I know, and I was just excited because, like, you know, when I went on this Oregon trip, I ended up getting like a really juicy UFO story from my family, and so, you know, this is like the other side of the family. This is my mom, and yeah, it's cool to like hear that, you know, for the first time in a really long time, because she talked about like the old lady that she would see in like the first house I lived in when I was a kid, and I remember experiencing stuff around that. And then there was one place that she was living when she had her second husband, and it was in the middle of nowhere, a really beautiful property, but we would like see a lot of weird shit in the like woods, the wood line and things, and I like explored that woods. Like the back, I know it like the back of my hand, like even to this day, if it wasn't trespassing, I would totally like go back. I don't know who owns that property now.
You say I saw stuff in like the wood line and the tree line, and then you said I explored the woods, and it's like, no, those two things. I love the woods. I love spooky shit. Those together don't work for me. like if there's UFOs in the woods, great, you know, other things. But if you just see things along the tree line, what are you screaming at? He's just really talkative.
He's here too.
Oh my God. He's going crazy, and he won't come here so I can love him. But yeah, no, those two things don't. No, if I see something in the tree line, it's like goodbye.
No, I get it. I get it, but I guess I don't honor it. I don't know. Like I would just, I think what would happen would be like I would go with like an adult once, like my uncle lived across the street and had like this trail that he could follow, and so I would just go with him. One of the first times going on the creek bed, he would show me where the geodes were, and at the time I was just like obsessed and super in love with this idea that you could like just like dig up this rock in the creek and crack it open and there's like crystals inside. Oh my gosh. And so that's like I spent a lot of my time doing that. And I guess I just started going by myself and it was fine. And then the woods behind our house, there was like our neighbor had built like a dirt bike path, sort of half of it, and then the half that was ours was just like berry patches and like, you know, in the winter like bare woods. Anyways, love it, and wasn't super scared of it. And I think part of it too is I explored the woods I think for about a year or so before we started experiencing anything on that property. And I would spend like more time out there than I would in my house. So but yeah, so the woods, love the woods.
Yes, that's a sentiment I can relate to, at least.
I was thinking about making a photo book that's just all of the woods I've ever known. Just all the woods I've actually like touched, and so many good ones.
I was gonna do something similar, but less nice. So I was gonna do two things, because I was gonna do one with like selfies of everywhere I've like pissed or shit in the woods, because I always take a selfie when I do that. So I have all these selfies of like middle of the swamps. And then also what I was gonna start doing is that every park I go to, because I want to go to all of the state parks in Florida, I just take a picture of like my feet somewhere, and I was just gonna rate it like out of like crunch level or like sand level bugs, you know, like have like 3 little things, just a picture of my feet in the dirt. And so I have just pictures of my boots in all the parks I've been to, and I have selfies of where I have shit in the woods when I've gone camping. So
you should have like the book be one half like, you know, just pleasant boots, cute, and then like once you get about halfway it's like these are shit stories.
these are shit stories. Absolutely.
You could do like the half and half. The outdoor lover for 2 reasons. You'd have like double the audience. That would be great.
It would work. It would work.
I think both of these are good ideas.
So some of the selfies, like I've never posted any of them, but some of the selfies in my phone are of me shitting in the woods.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if this Instagram is still alive. I know like childhood friends are probably still following it if it's out there. Oh god. But there's like a picture of me in this like tiny shed that was just like a toilet and a sink, and I was just sitting my happy ass down there and like showing how ridiculous. And then I have another selfie. I went to a Dollar General bathroom and there was shit on the walls, on the ceiling, and I just took a picture of the mirror like and then left and like went to the woods. So
if
shit's
I
crazy.
had, oh my god, if I found a bathroom with shit on the walls and ceiling, that would be my profile picture. Like, you don't understand.
Can you make it a cartoon at least?
Oh my god, that'd be the best thing ever. Because like, oh, haha, funny. It's like, no. I ran this through an app, baby. Like, those brown stains are authentic.
Oh my god.
I wish I wanted to get my friend. So my best friend Angelique, if you see me post about NASA Langley, that's who I'm posting about, is Angelique. She's my bestie. But we went to Savannah last year, and I wanted her to take a picture because she's a photographer. I wanted her to take a picture of me in this bathroom because it was like it was both the best bathroom while I've been camping and the worst, because it was just like somebody's backyard, like back edge of their farm. We were like camping underneath power lines, and they had set up a bathroom, but it was just a shed with like a Home Depot bucket with like some hay in the bottom. It's a compost toilet, so it's fine. But like you just shit in this bucket. Like they had the best toilet paper ever, but it wasn't great. And like the door on the thing wasn't great. Like kind of looked like Shrek's bathroom, but like dilapidated. And I really, really wanted her to take a picture of me like sitting on this bucket. Like I would have done like pants down and everything. And she was like, no, she would not go near this bathroom. She literally went and shit on the edge of their farm field. She was like, I will hold my shit until we actually go into Savannah, because we were like 30 minutes outside of it. It was so bad. It was so bad, but I shit in it twice. Like, whatever.
The compost are rough because I don't know. I was like going through this phase in my life where I wanted to like homestead, and I just wanted to like live really. I wanted to be a hermit, and I was like contemplating, compost toilets, are they that bad? Kind of thing, I'm happy to report I'm still using a regular toilet, but I don't know. I had to contemplate some things if I were like, what's up with living in vans? What's up with living that hermit life? And it's like toilets.
Yep.
Be involved.
Yep. That my bestie Angelique, she bought a van because she wanted to do van life. She wanted to live in her van and take photographs and like travel. And she was like, I got a bucket. And she's like, I used it and it was great. And then she goes, and then I realized I had to keep that next to me. And she was just like, no. Like, she's still going to do it, but she's like, I need to think of a better way to do this, because
stop anytime you have to go to the bathroom or park somewhere that you can just go do a woods poop.
Exactly. So she's trying to figure that out, but she has a pee bucket. And so
that's great. Oh, that's a good system. Like, a receptacle for pee, but then like when you have to poop, you should just go somewhere.
Yeah, you should just go somewhere, because you don't want to shit in a vehicle unless you like absolutely have to. So.
No, oh my goodness. Just thinking about these things, it's like, whew. Yeah. Definitely. Things to consider. These
are important WUFO thoughts, everybody, is you don't want to shit in your vehicle. So when you're out looking for UFOs, you do not want to shit in your vehicle.
This is really important information for when we have our WUFO camp out, next summer. These are things that we're going to have to worry about then. And I, went outside today, and the first thought I had was like, it's definitely not ideal camping weather anymore. It's been about 30 or so at night, and then during the day it's about 50 or like, that's a great daytime temperature for me, but I've problems with the below freezing. And I do like the SUV camp with like the tent and the things. Like I got a bunch of new stuff I wanted to try, but it just got too cold so quickly. Got sleeping bags. I got warm things, but like
it's just drive south. It's still pretty warm here.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go camping next weekend. So
so what's the temperature and like weather like right now for you guys?
Well, it has fluctuated between 35 and 80. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what the temperature will be tomorrow. It rained today. I stayed inside. I was like, no, I don't need to go anywhere. So.
We were supposed to have some pretty awesome thunderstorms last night, and I remember waiting around until like 11 o'clock, and I just had like my little head laying down looking out the window, and I saw exactly one lightning strike and heard like exactly one little round of thunder, and I was like, all right, it's stormed.
Great.
So sad.
Yeah. I woke up this morning because I was staying home because I have to do that fun thing of finding a dentist, and so I didn't go in today. And I woke up and I got a text on my phone. It said severe thunderstorm, like everybody take cover, like stay inside, because they thought like kids were gonna get hit by lightning. And it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go in. I had students who like email me and they're like, do we have to walk to class? And I was like, I'm not your professor. I don't know, probably. Like,
Not my job.
yeah. Hi, Maestro. What's up? Can I hold you? No, you're gonna run. But yeah, so I don't know. It was like everyone's getting hit by lightning. I was like, great, I'm gonna sit here with my psycho cat. Can I? Oh, he ran. He's right. I want to grab him. But yeah, Otis is right. Florida's a hot mess. So,
I had to caption. I was like, yes. Oh my gosh. I'll see what the reaction is to that.
yeah, they know what's up.
So, in just a few minutes, we'll have the guys join us, and we're gonna do a little bit of a contact session. If I can find, aha! I found them, but I don't know if they're alive. I might have to well, I'm gonna figure out how to do an estimate session, and I know that the guys are then going to kind of take over and do their West Coast show and talk about using AI generated images and information as divination. And so I'm really excited for that. And that'll maybe tie in a little bit to our live session. We'll see. But if we're ready, we can take a few minute intermission, give everyone a little break, and then we'll all hop on together. How does that sound? Good. Okay. Well, I will get one of the intermission videos pulled up here. I'm trying to think of what we did last time.
It has been so long.
I know. Well, we had, it was a 3-week break, and it was like, I didn't have a voice, the holidays, and just jet lag. Okay, I found one. Everybody taking a few minute break, and then we'll be back with the guys for the live contact session.
next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission. You'll find our snack bar chock full of good things to eat and drink. Tasty, tempting hot dogs, thirst-quenching soft drinks, fresh, crunchy popcorn, a complete assortment of delicious candy, and a full line of cigarettes. You've plenty of time, so visit the snack bar now. A tasty treat will double your enjoyment of the show. For your convenience, we shall keep you informed of the remaining intermission time, 3 minutes before the next show starts.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
The next show will start in 2 minutes.
Yes, Toddy, the chocolate malt in a can.
It's so good hot. It's so good cold.
It hits the spot with young and old.
Yes, toddy pleases everybody. Delicious chocolate malted toddy, made with rich, real milk, not powdered milk.
So come and get it, everybody. It's time to drink your chocolate toddy.
Just a minute, folks. Yes, that's all it takes to visit our refreshment counter in the lobby. There you'll find popcorn and an assortment of popular candy bars to please every taste. Try one of these delicious candy bars. Big Time, Butternut, Milkshake, Payday, topped with Hollywood's super rich coating of the kind you like best. They taste wonderful, they're delicious, they're nutritious. Get one at our confection counter in the lobby now.
The next show will start in 1 minute. And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission. You'll find our snack.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going?
Good. It's been so long. Oh my gosh.
Has. I'm so excited to see Bex and Adler. I'm excited to see you, Garrett, too.
Yeah.
You know, but I've seen you
I know
more.
how you really feel.
I dream about you all the time. So.
Wow. So, how you been? How you been, y'all?
Little dead, but it's okay.
Just a little dead?
Just, you know, a little. Like, I have a pulse.
Mostly dead?
Only mostly dead.
I am also curious about the butternut candy bar.
I know.
Picturing like biting into a bite of chocolate covered butternut squash.
We should make it.
Well, that's a good idea.
That's a lot better than the pickle juice thing that you made.
So many haters about that. I don't get it.
I think your stomach also hated it.
I know. I did get real. I don't know if I told people, but I got pretty sick after that. That was a big mistake. I had like cold sweats. It was gross. So we're gonna do a little contact session. I think I'm gonna go under with a spirit box, and Bex is gonna do some weird off the cuff thing.
Ooh. Did you guys already talk about Bex's Fae abduction?
I think Bex is muted, by the way.
Yeah, Bex is definitely muted.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's wonderful because I've been speaking this entire time.
Oh.
To everybody. Oh my gosh. I was like, hold on guys, let's take a picture. And like, no one responded. So I was like,
That's why.
So you're you're still a little addled from your abduction event, I guess.
Yeah. I am all of these interplanetary things collided all at once. And I'm just scrambled, but we're pulling it together. Holidays definitely were great. I had a really good time, and I hope you guys did too. I know I got to see a lot of everybody's who's here online and stuff, so that was nice and always fun.
Yeah, we went to the Oregon coast, but we didn't have any mysterious rocks thrown at us, unfortunately. Or fortunately. That's most people would be like, thank God we didn't have any mysterious rocks thrown at us. Me, I'm like,
oh. It was one of those things too where like had the majority of our families are pretty normie, and I told the story at like 2 out of the 3 dinners, and everyone was like, oh my gosh. So if you guys want to go get rocks thrown at you, go to some trail I'll have to look up and post about again in Oregon. Oh my goodness.
So Nick looked up the butternut candy.
Okay.
Yeah, peanuts and caramel coated in chocolate. That does sound like it would be good. It sounds like there already is something. Like, I wonder if it's name changed into something or.
But I want to make the butternut squash just covered in chocolate.
Well, yeah,
I think that would be good.
I think it could probably it could be good if you get a sweet butternut squash with like cinnamon and like brown sugar.
That was one of the moments I was muted because I was like, what if you made it sweet, like sweet potato casserole, and then you dipped it in Anyway, Jeremy and I have similar food thoughts. I feel like the Butterfinger is like if you took butternut squash, like dehydrated it into little sheets, and then you layered the sheets and then you covered that in chocolate. And I don't know what that thing's made of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're asking you a sage. I don't light sage. I choose. I usually do bay leaf or rosemary. It's just a little more in line with my personal tradition.
I was going to actually ask because I'm going to light some incense, but I wanted to do a poll because polls are really popular right now. So I thought, voice of the people, voice of God. So do we want to light frankincense and myrrh or precious musk?
Oh no!
Which one? Voice of the people.
If you have the opportunity to burn something musk associated, I totally would go in that direction.
All right, let's
Cool.
burn it. I think I agree. But if anyone has any ideas, precious musk, I'm seeing. I'm closing the poll right now. The voice of the people have spoken. It's the voice of God. Let's go ahead and do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Burn some musk here.
An effigy. Musk commercial. Amazing. I love it. I don't have any incense on me. I think I'm about at that point where I need to go incense shopping again. It's been a while.
Well, if you have a bay leaf or some rosemary.
Right. I do.
Or even some like pine or
or some other stuff.
Yeah. There's another.
I had the perfect thing, you guys.
A different herb, if you will.
I didn't know I was just like, ultra smoke cleansing. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is nice. It's very nice to be back.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it's just on my mind. The year WUFO is coming up. It's so wild. to think about.
Yeah.
Week 46 right now.
Yeah, I can't believe we've been doing it for a year.
Yeah,
I know. And I had
away
the
from
thought, right. I had the thought today too. I was taking Ranger out back, and it was getting dark and cold. And by this point, I think it was about 30 degrees. But I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, I remember some of the first WUFOs where we would just like freeze our asses off and go look at those fucking stars. Often like together or streaming. It's so cold. It's that time again, guys.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, and now the side quests. We've almost had a year of side quests.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Incredible. I would love like a week by week side quest calendar. The last year and
That's
WUFO
an
is probably.
awesome idea.
I'm like really rolling. I came up with a really poop book earlier with Adler. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, like a WUFO calendar would be an awesome idea.
I love it being like a weekly planner, but it's like, you know, live your life by this, you know, whatever was the star quest, stargazing quest. Yeah. So cool. Oh, I guess it would be good to just mention really quick too that Madeline did make their own page just for the stargazing side quest. So by that name, you can find it on Instagram and follow it, and you'll be able to get it first from the source.
Yes, absolutely.
All in one concentrated area. It's a cool idea. So stargazing side quest on Instagram.
That is correct, and we'll still have it in some form on WUFO.watch too. So
of course, it just we used to be like dependent of Twitter, and so this is I like this step. This is a nice step.
Yeah,
that's really rocked. I mean, we should probably do the context session, but that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
It's so chaotic right now with all that stuff. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I'm
Perfect
feeling
time
that.
to start.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Cool.
we want to do mention 20 minutes. I know that the carrier waves themselves are in increments of 9, but I don't know exactly how we would pull you out.
I'm just gonna go under and hope that I'm about 20 minutes. So
Well, if you're using the carrier waves, just do it twice.
I'm gonna use the. I have the spirit box. I don't have to.
Oh, you're using the
carrier
spirit
waves
box.
are too hard
But
to set up
this
right now.
is like, it's some unplanned way. This is a homage to our roots because we never had an alarm system, and we're just like, hey, 20-ish for this, and we did great. Most of the time.
Special snack each week on the calendar.
Oh yeah,
And this is happening.
It's
the
some of our
recipes
roots
for butter. What is that? The butternut candies.
The butternut candy bar.
Yeah.
I wish that, you know, these platforms that we stream from saved comments because we have a lot of good ideas that are left in the comments. But oh my god. Okay. So here's
He's on my lap now.
notes. I labeled them, but I'm gonna have my blindfold on and I'm gonna listen to the carrier waves and mute you guys. But I don't have my headphones, so it's gonna just be a little different. But I think I'm just gonna like scribble.
Fortune teller fish.
I'm gonna do a fortune teller fish too. Right
Oh my
before
god,
we
I
go.
have one of those.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I just got one of those on Thanksgiving.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's the only thing I can ever remember getting in like a Cracker Jacks box.
Oh my god. So that was
Oh,
my very
okay.
first one.
It's rolling up. Right?
What does that mean?
So
I want to know.
it says curling sides or curls up entirely. Which one do you think that was?
Say that's curl up entirely.
It means
was pretty-
passionate or passion.
Oh, 2 of them.
Yeah, let's see if we get a
Sounds like
similar.
something sticky, but
Okay.
See that? I think that one Adler's is like curling up on the sides.
Okay.
I wonder if we could make like a different like lexicon or whatever, you know, like a more.
Yeah.
This is kind of love centric, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe if we made it something else. I mean, it's a useful tool here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, it's just cellophane paper or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we make one that was shaped like a. I don't know what would it be shaped
A UFO or something?
Orange.
Yeah.
I guess it's a circle.
Orange, yes. Orange shaped.
Yes.
What did you get, Adler?
Mine, the sides curled up.
Fickle.
So what is that? Fickle, yeah.
Fickle and passionate.
Okay.
Wow.
See, keep that in
now we
mind. I
know.
think that's some of our
I'll write it down.
meditative words. I'm gonna go under,
All right.
and I'll see you guys on the other side.
I
All
will,
right.
ask questions, provide color commentary, pull cards.
If other people want to do that at home, go
Yes.
under or draw, do automatic writing.
Or are we going to broadcast the sounds?
I don't have that set up,
Oh, okay. Okay.
unfortunately. I could if you gave me a minute, but I don't think we have time.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's
Our plan's fine.
what is
Okay, I will go ahead and lower the volume.
People can go to, I think, wufo.watch/carrier waves, I think.
I think it might already be a banner here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they can listen to it there.
Excellent. See you guys.
Are we trying to contact anything or anyone in particular?
Not as far as I know. Who do we want to? Because they're both under now. So-
Yeah, that's right. Gosh, I don't know. Let's just see what pops up. Wandering aerial entities.
Yes.
Testing. Can you see me? Good?
Yeah.
Good.
There we go. Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure it's like one of those like mixed, like yay, congratulations, but oh no, now I have to do everything in the universe.
That's literally it. It's like, okay, now it's real. So like now I have to finish everything.
That's awesome though.
You know, it's the hard part. So it's like, okay, now it'll probably happen.
All right.
Hi.
Hello. With whom are we speaking today?
Soda?
What kind of soda? Dark and light and fruity.
Are you a human?
Inhabit. What?
What do you inhabit?
Leave.
We're not going to leave. Is there something else we should do instead?
Shall see. I think they're
Past tense.
everywhere.
Past tense.
Really?
What should CJ paint now?
40.
I have a scooter.
Sounds like a scooter. Who's everywhere?
Speed up. You're eating.
Where did you get
I
your
was
scooter?
playing with it.
I think I heard people and then flavor.
I'm hearing like what are those like songs that you chant as a kid?
It's
like
a lot of
Oh,
distortion
just what
on
it
this.
says, like when you rope, or like I don't know, just a couple of those sayings that us kids like used to.
I didn't quite catch what Beck said either.
Like, I think it's like the childhood like songs that
Ring Around the Rosie kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
Ring Around the Rosie.
Okay.
more modern.
People flavor soda.
I just can't quite make out the words.
Well, so that's like, is it?
But it's like,
Where do you live?
I know like the melodies. I'm not gonna sing.
Get up.
That's what I was just thinking. I wish
Try
we
to
could
draw
ask
it
Bex
in
to speak up, and he said, "Get up."
Get up.
Should we all get up?
Okay. We're up now.
Okay, we're standing up.
Eden.
Ooh. Where are you from?
Sleeping. Get up could be like waking up. I'm too lazy for that.
Creepy laugh.
Okay.
I heard God is good, which is I'm sorry.
Okay, I pulled a card. So, if there's someone there, can you tell me what's on this card? Or something about it? It didn't specify which guy.
got the
Oh,
impression
pressure
to
in my
draw or
head
write
right
down
here.
what I hear from here on out. I think it would be better to share afterwards what sticks. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just getting that impression.
Did she just say pressure too?
Yeah, I think so.
And he said pressure in his head?
Yeah. Are you underground or underwater?
Rich.
This is the card, by the way. It's from the PGM deck, so it's a headless figure that's used in cursing rituals. That's why I thought it was weird that he said the
Louder.
pressure head. So.
Louder.
Are you in something like soda?
It's inside.
Can you be more specific? Like inside what? Are you underground?
Are you having a difficult time coming through today? In a can in the sky.
Steve.
All right. Steve. Where do you work, Steve? Where do you like to hang out, Steve?
Are you Steve or is somebody else Steve?
That's the first 9 minutes. We're gonna go for the second now.
Hey, I think Steve did come up before in an earlier segment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here.
Come up for me too. Steve, do you eat people? Like, is this your snack for WUFO?
The mother. Who did? Walk.
Are you in the sky?
Watch. I heard that a couple times. Watch.
Watch what? Where are you from, Steve?
Get in here. Turn.
Get in
Listen.
where?
I have to. No. No. Ready?
Is there anything that you'd specifically like to tell us that's easy for you to get through to us?
Automatic.
Automatic what? there's
Chirp,
any-
chirp.
What does it look like where you are?
I'm gonna put up another card.
Text.
Can you tell me anything about this card or what's on it?
Don't show your butt to everyone.
Return people.
The card is good old Zeus.
Animal.
Hmm.
Animals. Something knowledge.
Animal right after Kitty Cat was on. That could be. Okay. Do you want people to return or be returned?
Slow down. I'm hearing TikTok and Google, and it's said a couple times. It's like TikTok, TikTok.
And Google. Maybe they perceive time very, very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that a lot, perception of time, with this stuff. I'm going to try one more card. Last one.
Hear that?
Can you tell me anything about the card? Or tell us anything about the card I'm holding up? What's on it? On the side that's facing me. It was Poseidon. Hi, Janet.
Yeah, 18 minutes. Join back in just a second.
I'm really curious to see what Bex has been writing. I think it's going to be like a whiteboard full of quantum equations, or
Can you imagine?
That would be amazing.
I think I'll just like throw up and walk away.
Okay. This is interesting.
How'd that go?
I'll show you.
What?
Wow.
It basically is a whiteboard full of quantum equations.
Yeah.
What?
What is this?
There's no idea.
Oh wow! You gotta like scan that in or take a
Yeah,
picture
you do.
something.
Sure.
I want to
Can
see.
you can you read some of the words off of it that you see?
Yes. Yes, there's a few. Delicious. Pizza.
Nice.
Are you serious? Focus. Your time. Looks like a nose over here snotting something out. There's some like scribble steps. Some steps somewhere. Risky stairs.
Risky stairs.
Risky stairs. A little bug and a sun ray or something. The words forever. Shirt. No, first. Yeah, this is weird. Say. And then what even is that? I don't know what this is. I was like, what if I'm just like letting it go? Like, what if it was like a landscape portrait?
Oh my god, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
Wow.
Anyways, how did Garrett's session go? How long have he's been like out of
I just came out right before you.
So what happened under yours?
I don't know. I got some weird religious stuff, and that was kind of annoying to me.
Yeah. Although the point was made, it didn't specify which god.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was pulling Greek magic cards.
Yeah.
And they were all gods this time for some reason. Like Zeus and Poseidon.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I don't know. Zeus was kind of a shithead. Like.
Yeah.
So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You both talk about like you're saying delicious Bex, and Garrett was talking about eating people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like flavor of people or something? People flavor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. I got like my mind went places, but there's a certain type of being that lives underground and eats people, who causes havoc. The Darrow.
Oh.
I thought you meant maybe it was a chud.
But like and they do that, and they both talk about pressure on their head, and there's like this bird sound, and you're talking about risky stairs. I think of like a mine, going down. Maybe that's just pulling, but that's just what my gut is like underground.
Oh, and Zeus actually, he had like a headache, and he had to get someone's head. He got to like Hephaestus, like had to hit his head, crack his skull open to birth Athena, right?
Yeah.
So he had like this, like that was like I felt like this.
Oh yeah,
pressure on the side of my head.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, where did I put that card back in the deck? That was actually another one that I drew that was kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find.
That was the headless one.
Yeah, it's this character from the Greek magical papyrus called the headless one, and it's like what you would use. It's a figure that you would call on to like curse somebody, basically. Where'd it go? Of course, I stuck it, but I actually need to keep those out.
I tried to draw what I was hearing musical wise and gave up very quickly. heard some like a weird song. I was trying to.
There he is. This guy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where's his head?
We don't know. I mean, that's why he's so good at cursing people.
Oh.
You know, no head.
How do you say is it?
I think it'd be Akiphalos.
Kephalos.
Yeah.
Kephalos.
And so what
Kephalos is like cephalopod, like head. Cephalos. And the A in front of it means without. So
like a cephalopod? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, like the word akiphalos. So kephalos would be head. Like cephalopod means what, podhead or something.
That's what I'm calling octopus from now on. It's our podheads.
Podheads. Oh my god. Someone needs to make that podcast right now. I better claim it.
Yeah.
The podheads.
They really do.
Oh.
So and then Garrett said animal right after Willow was on with Bax.
Mm-hmm.
He scared me.
Oh, it's Steve. Steve came back.
And Steve the name? Yeah.
I did notice that. And that I was while I was doing that, I was like heard Steve, and then I was like, I wonder if Steve, the whole thing was Steve that happened at Port Gamble has something to do with us and not really Port Gamble.
Oh yeah. Steve from Port Gamble. Headfoot. That's what cephalopod means.
Oh.
Interesting.
No, head pod. It's just head pod.
Head pod.
Found 2 pod heads.
But if it's not an octopus, they're missing out.
So. Like an octopus themed podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're probably like meta like podcasts that talk about podcasts.
Oh my gosh.
Because there's like tons of them out there.
Yeah.
So there was some interesting stuff there. I'm blown away by Bex's drawing. I'm excited to see more of that.
It's weird.
Part of towards the very end, when I started getting that TikTok over and over again, I was annoyed. I was like, God, I don't want to say this. And Google. Then it made me start thinking like, okay, we lifted Elon Musk, like the precious Musk. Like, are we talking to Twitter itself, like the dead Twitter? And so then I was thinking about some of the stuff that we had heard, like, were we talking to like the spirit of Twitter? There's a couple things I can't remember now. But going back, like people flavored, and then
People flavored.
Oh, God, I can't remember now.
You hear like a bird.
Oh yeah, chirp chirp, the chirp chirp.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I was like, that, yes.
Oh my God,
so
I
was
hope
like,
this was the ghost of Twitter.
Yeah, so then I was like, did we actually like accidentally summon the ghost of Twitter? Basically, that's what I was wondering. But then I was curious to hear what you guys. That was like the very end when I got the TikTok is when I like put that together.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not we did, but now I want to.
I know. Like, oh, so that's yeah, I was. So basically, maybe that's what we should do, Jeremy. Kind of do some divination about like what, like around like what, where did that thing that was Twitter go, and maybe like what can we do next? Like, because I've been feeling this kind of like disconnect, you know, because of all the what's going on. And that was like a way that for all these weirdos felt like it was getting to a really good place for all these weirdos to like share what's going on. And now it's like some rich a-hole can just come in and buy it and take a dump on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just wondering about. Yeah, maybe we could do something around that. I don't know.
And speaking of, if you're watching, like, let us know where to find you if you are no longer on Twitter. And we don't know already, because we want to be sure that we all kind of keep connected. And or if you want to join the Discord, if you're not already in there, Just ask. Like, we won't charge you. But if you want to sign up for the Patreon at the $1 level, you get access to. So
I need to get better at Discord. I'm so bad at it.
yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah.
You use chirpty circles for Twitter to. I don't know what chirpty circles are.
Yeah, I want to know what that is.
That's where you see like what accounts you interact with the most or something.
Oh.
That's where you see it's like they have, the person's profiles in the middle, and then it's like their inner ring is like who they interact with the most. It's a trend every once in a while.
Interesting. I've seen those a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Never knew how to do it.
Yeah, if you'd like to join the Discord, just DM us somewhere. So doesn't matter what.
Or info@liminal.earth.
Yeah, or info@liminal.earth.
Hell yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to dip out for the evening. But I had a lot of fun. I'll post a photo of this. I have a pot of feijoada that's been going for a couple hours, so I'm really excited to finally eat it. It's ready. Crossing my fingers that it's ready even.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go eat Cheerios. So
awesome. Well, I'm excited to see your guys' show once it plays back. And what you guys come up with and talk about.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's super fun to hang with you.
Always.
Yeah. Again.
And all of you.
Again. Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, I'm out.
Adler, are you gonna stick around, or are you gonna go get some well-deserved sleep? Or
oh, I'm not sleeping. No, I normally would, but I have to find a dentist tomorrow, and so I'm not going into lab. So I'm just around.
Well, you're welcome to hang for as long as you want.
I might hang out for a little bit, and then I'll get Cheerios at some point.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, don't feel up.
You know what I was thinking I might do? So we were talking about using some AI like divination, and I wanted to actually bring something up because I noticed like I've seen like a couple of threads on Twitter recently about like how if you're investing something in AI art, like why aren't you giving that to an actual human artist instead? So I just wanted to air that out and think like I kind of don't know how to address that.
Yeah.
With what we're doing, because there's a valid point there. And I have my thoughts, but I was just curious to what everybody else thought of that.
I mean, my brother is an artist, and like I have a lot of friends who are artists, and most of them think the AI stuff is like worthwhile, because like some people like me can't do art for shit, but they're creative, and so you use these tools. It's just another tool, and they take skill. Like you can throw stuff in, it's cool, but you can get better at using AI. And some of the generators are really, really well done. And so you have to be a good storyteller and know what to input to get out, even if it's random, right? You have to know how to communicate with a literal, like, intelligent thing to spit something out. And so from the artists I know, it's like, it's still art. It's just done differently. So
at Thanksgiving, I have my brother-in-law he's like a I think he helped create the firewall. Like that
like the
itself.
Concept of the firewall.
Yes, like at one point. Anyways, he was showing me that he had this AI thing on his computer, and basically he was talking about how the data file that is with it, he could run it offline on his computer, and it's just like it's running off of this file, so it's not actually like going on the internet, and like finding this art. It's this file that has like compiled down into this really bare. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just trying to understand what he's telling me, but it's like it starts from like random noise, and then it tries something and then checks against this file. Like, am I closer or farther away from where I should be. And then it's almost like when you go to the optometrist and it's like camera 1 or camera 2, you know, and it checks that and then it keeps trying and it slowly moves. So it's like a weird, that's not how I understood it working, but that's what he was trying to explain to me. And he was doing it on his computer. It was really interesting.
That's cool.
But the other thing is I saw like Hughes was MD Hughes.
Oh, Michael. Yeah, Mike Hughes.
Mike Hughes was talking about how like he hates the AR. He thinks it doesn't look very good, which is fair. But I was saying on that thread that the thing I think is most interesting about it is not actually the end product necessarily, but just that it is pulling these different ideas and like putting them in new combinations. And for me, that's the most interesting thing, is like things that maybe we would never expect as a, you know, to combine. It does, and sees patterns that we can't see. And that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, there's Erica.
Yeah. And that's odd, kind of similar to what I was going to say, is that, you know, like myths like Loeb or, like, I think I kind of also view it a little less as like, I mean, so there are some programs out there that are crappy, I think, that actually do like just scrape the web and like recycle the actual images that people have created to, you know, and that's garbage. But I do think that, like, after having experimented with it some, like, if you're really good at it, you can come up with something that is art. Like, you can really do that. I think I'm almost more interested though in stuff like text synth and like a little less the image generation and a little more like, is this an intelligent entity that is emerging in front of us?
Do you remember when you and I used to have blogs like in 2003 and we write about weird stuff, and we had another friend named Tim, and he started thinking that the spam comments he was getting were actually intelligent. So he started writing these blog posts for the spam and trying to get like try to have, remember he was doing it. So like, and I would read them and be like, what is he talking about? You know, but he was basically like baiting the spam comments to like try to have a back and forth. He thought that they had become sentient. It was amazing. It was like a totally weird.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. But I was like, also like, is Tim okay? You know, like,
Well, he would get results though. He would actually get results doing this stuff. Yeah. But now he publishes, I mean, I guess we could say it. Like, he publishes AI books, like books that he generates using AI. And they're really interesting because he has taught himself how to make the prompts that create the story that makes the book interesting. So Lost Books, he's the same guy who put out the book on Quatria, The Lost Direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
Anyway,
super interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'm into that whole like the whole sentient part of it. I think I don't know if it's there yet, but I've always wanted it to be. I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that in the early Clues days too. We had, we said it's not like, we shouldn't even call it an artificial intelligence. We should call it an emerging intelligence.
Right.
Like, AI as like an intelligence that's actually emerging right now. It's not like fake. But yeah, I mean, if it's here, I mean, cool. Let's try and talk to it. Like, another entity with rights. Like, let's. But we were talking about trying to talk using it a little bit tonight. So
yeah, did you have an idea of how you wanted to do that? I have a couple of generators up.
Oh, cool.
And I think that's two of these at least that people could just go do it themselves as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking would be cool. Because they all have a number of like free uses before you end up having to, and even the prices they're asking for these things daily or these days are like really reasonable. if you use it a lot. But what do you have up?
So I have Dream Studio, which is one of the first ones we were doing stuff with, because Dolly hadn't opened up yet.
Yeah,
and I like this one. You can just go to beta.dreamstudio.ai.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
a
put that
good
up.
one. Yeah, and it is free. Like it's relative. I mean, free up until you use X number of credits. But I don't think I've used mine for the month yet, and it resets every month.
Yeah, actually, if anyone has any extra ones too that we don't know about, I'm very curious.
Yeah,
But this is one. I have the Doll E one up, and then we use Text Synth a lot for text-based stuff.
Right.
Which I could
So
put that up.
here's what I was thinking. I was thinking it would be interesting to try and throw as much randomness as we can into what we feed into the final product. So what I was thinking is I didn't know what we wanted necessarily to divine, if anything. But I was thinking of like pulling, say, 3 tarot cards, right?
Okay.
Putting those 3 tarot cards as a text string into TextSynth, generating something in TextSynth, and using the first sentence of that to generate an image.
Okay.
And people like all do it the same, but like compare our images, like see.
Okay.
You know. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good. So if people want to pull up those things, do you want to do? Maybe we should have. We could do tarot cards, but we could also do. I mean, if we use different kinds of decks, we might get not just tarot-y input. You know what I mean? Like if I use the Martian deck or something. Or...
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I only have this Greek one I've been using tonight, anyhow. So, and that some 1-to-1 correspondences with tarot, but a whole bunch that's not. So,
if I'll pull one from this, if that's
do we? Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you have something, Adler?
Yeah, I have a deck that's kind of weird. It doesn't have the like normal names for the cards.
Well, so that actually is probably even better.
Is that okay? Does that sound that work? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if you're at home, then just pull 3 from whatever your favorite, or if you have multiple decks, maybe pull 1 from each deck.
That's true too.
So we're all gonna do different text synths then, or?
Yeah, well, so and just if you're watching, like I'm planning on writing this process out tomorrow. So if you don't get a chance to like hop in tonight and do it, we'll have instructions. So.
Yeah. We're coming up with this like live on the air right now.
Live on the air. History in the making.
You're getting to see how the sausage is made.
Oh my god.
All right.
Nobody's making sausage.
Maybe Steve is. People sausage.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll pull 3 then, and you pull 3. Is that what you're thinking? And then we each do our own, or we're gonna pull a collaborative one?
So I thought it would be. So my thought was to have it collaborative.
Yeah, let's do that.
I thought would be, I pull 1, you pull 1, Garrett and Adler pulls 1, and we use those 3 words in TextSynth.
Yeah.
But we each do our own version. Like, I want to know if we're going to get different results, like, and how different they're going to be.
Okay.
So the 3 cards will be the only thing that like stays the same for us. You know what I mean? Theoretically.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got the Alpha Draconians.
Ooh.
Corrupt, unethical cults. Great.
Ooh.
You know what's funny? As I'm showing Amber, my wife, Game of Thrones for the first time, I finally convinced her to watch it. And we're at episode 4, and she's like, they started talking about dragons. She's like, oh no, wait a second, pause this. are there going to be CGI dragons? I do not know if I can handle this. Like, she was like, she looks the desperation in her eyes when she realized that she's going to have to deal with dragons. Somehow she made it to episode 4 without realizing, but now she's hooked. So too late.
We forgot to ask one really important question, which is what are we trying to divine the answer to something? Your Twitter thing, for instance.
Well, this seems relevant to that.
Yeah, but I mean, like the final result, like the final image we spit out.
Yeah, I think we're talking about Twitter's. I think that's what we were asking, like something about Twitter's ghost and where we go next.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, I should stop shuffling and just pull one. I got Prometheus.
Ooh.
You know who Prometheus is? He's the guy who stole fire in order to give it to the humans because the gods didn't want him to have it. And Zeus punished him by sticking him, having an eagle eat his liver. And
people flavored. Eagle's getting some people flavored.
Yeah. Yeah, and somebody earlier said the Hanged Man. This is actually the Hanged Man in this deck.
Oh.
So anyhow, Prometheus. So
what does that card symbolize? Can you
the Hanged Man, well, for me in my readings, it's like a sacrifice. Like you have to sacrifice something. Or be sacrificed.
Oh my God.
So but often it's like it's very dependent on the context of the Mother of Earth.
Mother of Earth, yeah.
What deck is that?
It is the New Era Elements. It's a really nice. It has a spaceship.
Uh-oh.
Yep. A rocket, but same difference.
That's cool. It's like a Sicilian grandmother. Is it are they people? Are they famous?
This one, I don't think she's famous. I think it's just a grandmother. Like, I don't know where the little book is. Maestro's probably sitting on it, but this would probably be it's equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles.
Yeah.
What's up, Maestro? He's talking.
Okay. So we have our 3 cards. And so now we're going to go to TextSynth. And if you go to TextSynth, you go to the playground, textsynth.com/playground HTML, which is right up there. Do you want to use the same model?
I might use a different one.
You need to use a different one? Okay.
I'm going to use Boris.
Okay. One of them only spits stuff out.
Oh, that's French.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't do that.
I'm just doing the standard, like the default.
Okay. I've never used the other ones. So we just put in these 3 words.
Yeah. So yours was what?
Alpha Draconians. We could just say dragon or something. Corrupt dragons.
Is that what you want to put? Corrupt dragons?
No. It might be easier.
Okay. So everybody writes corrupt dragons. And we're not really going to have like a sentence structure here, probably.
No.
And then mine was Prometheus.
And the Mother of Earth.
Ours was Mother of Earth. Okay. And then we just hit complete text once. Wow, I got some cool stuff. What?
All right.
This is amazing.
You want to read it?
I can, yeah. It says, Gemini dragon, lord of the seas, the god of watery seas, Poseidon, the dragon god of fire and the waters of the earth, Cancer dragon, god of the sea, the goddess of the sea, Leo dragon, god of the sun, Virgo dragon, god of the air, god of birds, the goddess of the sun, Twitter, Libra dragon, god of earth, god of trees, the planet, Scorpio dragon, god of the waters, Sagittarius dragon, god of the sky, god of hunting, guardian of travelers. Capricorn dragon, god of the seas, god of fishermen, the guardian of travelers and sea merchants. Aquarius dragon, god of winds. Pisces dragon, god of seas, god of sailors. The 12 dragon deities were used as celestial messengers, and their names were inscribed on the walls.
Whoa.
What?
One thing. Hold on, someone wanted to know what that prompt is. I'm gonna put it up. The Prometheus card.
Yeah.
Can you show that again?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, it just reminds me of, so we're talking about Twitter, you know, the hanged man, and then there's this bird that is attacking this man. I don't know. I wonder if this has something to do with Twitter, Elon Musk, and all that. If there's some kind of, I mean, the bird thing is just like, I mean, I don't want to call it what happened to sacrifice. It's just interesting. But then there's also this, he has this idea, this conception that he is like bringing fire to the human, you know, like, and like bringing free speech or whatever. And like, it's like this disastrous thing.
Yeah.
And that the whole fire thing is like a technology thing too. So, anyways, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know. That's wild. That's way wilder than what I ever hinted. Like some sort of weird dragon zodiac, basically.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon zodiac. That's kind of a cool
Yeah
concept for maybe Dream Studio, like an image.
Yeah, sure is. What did you guys get?
Do you have something? Do you want to go, Adler?
I can. So it says Goddess Gaia. Maybe not, but it's hard to imagine an explanation for a dragon that does not involve fire. The best known story of Prometheus is one of the first I ever heard as a young boy. In one version, he steals fire from the gods and gives it to humans. In another version, he tricks them into building a giant statue of the goddess Gaia, who is about to devour them. And yet another, he steals fire from the gods and hides it in his liver. A very similar earlier story is told in the Egyptian myth of Osiris, who in some versions killed his own brother by drinking his blood to gain knowledge. He is punished by being cut into 9 pieces, the parts of which are scattered in the 4 corners of the earth, to be collected in the day of judgment. The Greeks tell the story of another such figure, Epimetheus, in the story of Pandora. Epimetheus is tricked.
Yeah, Epimetheus is the brother of Prometheus, right? And she was married. He was married to Pandora.
Right.
Huh.
We should save, like, we should cut and paste these and to notes
put them all together.
Yeah.
Mine said corrupt dragons, Prometheus, and the mother of Earth's birth. The world itself was created with her, and all life on Earth is due to her. She's a symbol of life, fertility, and the feminine. A god in an underworld, a god of death and rebirth, she is most often depicted with a bull-like head, a serpentine body, and a human-like breast and leg in between.
A bowl? Is that bowl like?
not like a bull cut.
Out of?
Like a moo cow.
Oh, okay. I think you were.
Like a moo cow.
Yeah, moo cow.
Very scientific. Goddess of the harvest, a goddess of nature, protector of animals, a female warrior, protector of warriors and soldiers, and queen of the underworld.
Wow. Did Hathor come up at some point? Or am I making that up? Hathor is the Egyptian goddess. She has the head of a cow.
Oh. Is she? What is her role in Egyptian myth?
It's been a long time. I can't remember.
It's like a Hathor goddess. Maybe someone in the chat knows. Love, beauty, music, dancing, fertility, pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Those are wild. Those are really, really cool. It
So
almost sounds like. I mean,
Go ahead.
sorry. I was just saying, like, I almost the way that this one was written, I went back and I had to Google like some actual quotes because it just sounded so much like something that it just scraped from a website somewhere.
Yeah. I wonder with that. Sometimes it feels like, is this being just taken from something?
Yeah.
I wonder though. So like, should we? There's some imagery here. I feel like that's coming up with like. So there's the like dragon, zodiac. Then there's this Prometheus, Pandora's box, Queen of the Underworld.
Yeah. Poseidon.
Poseidon.
Which is ocean and water. Coming back around to the water.
What was the thing about cutting up into 8? Was it cutting up into 9? Cutting
into
up into
9 pieces.
I just wonder if we could take those words and like Twitter, throw those kind of like images and nouns and in the image generators and see what shows up from that.
You mean like nine words?
All of those kinds of things that just came out of these sentences.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a limit on how much you can paste into a field on the image generator.
I don't know.
I think I want to use let's see. What do I want to use?
I'm gonna throw some of those concepts into an image generator, and then I'm just gonna post it on Twitter. Like I do not care, no context. So let's see.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Dragon, zodiac.
Hang on, should we do the same one? Let's do the same one.
Okay. Well, how about we say like, I'm just wondering if we should something about like the end goal is we're trying to figure out what's going on with Twitter, right?
Right.
So like,
is there a Twitter?
That should be So
is there a Twitter ghost we could,
So like, we could just say like contacting the ghost of Twitter using a dragon zodiac and talking to the queen of the underworld, something like that, and then see what it draws. Perfect. Okay, so
hang on one sec. I'm just logging in still to Dream Studio.
I'm gonna start the sentence. Attempting to contact the ghost of Twitter using a dragon zodiac and talking to Poseidon, the queen of the underworld, Prometheus being eaten by a eagle. No, by eagle as the hanged man. Opening Pandora's box, and what was that? And cut up into 9 pieces.
9 pieces.
Cut up into 9 pieces. Sure.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I'm just riffing. Does that sound good?
Well, that sounds good. Let's do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna write this sentence out if you guys want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it out too under Liminal Earth. I know I'm gonna do it on Twitter.
I put it on private, so you can just grab it. I'm posting it in comments too.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna draw it. Have it draw an image. I would love to see if other people.
What settings are you gonna use?
I just threw the
default.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm hitting Dream. Ooh. I got a good one.
Interesting.
going to see if I can send this one to my phone so I can hold it up against the screen.
Just take a screenshot.
Yeah, why not?
I'm very curious to see what other people.
I'm gonna post mine to Twitter. I won't figure this out. So, let's see.
I'm gonna generate a few of them.
Yeah, super excited to see if anybody does this at home, what they generate too. Okay.
Just tag it WUFO.
So here's what I got. I got it.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
It's like
Wow.
William Blake meets Hieronymus Bosch.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. But it's interesting because there's a boat for sure, and water, the ocean. Yeah, gosh, it's wild. So how many are you doing, Garrett?
I'm just generating a bunch and seeing what's the most interesting. Oh, I got another kind of Hieronymus Bosch style ones. Let's see.
No, yeah, the next one I did is pretty much close to identical. I'm going to do more steps. Is anybody at home getting anything good? Let's see. Dragons are water symbols in Eastern mysticism, yeah. The results I'm getting are almost identical no matter how many times I like mess with the settings.
Yeah.
They all are the same, like two figures sitting across from each other. Sometimes it's male presenting, sometimes it's female presenting, sometimes it's, you know, yeah.
Well, the Adler just posted some cool ones. If you're on Twitter,
oh, CJ did too. Wow. Yeah, Adler's, yours are similar to mine too. The first one is like alchemical almost.
Yeah. I really like that one.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I wonder what is in Dream Studio's brain.
I'm using a different one.
Are you?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm using one called Night Cafe.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Should we tweak any of the words?
Well, what is do any of them tell us anything about the question? On the one that Adler posted, which I just lost, and it comes back up. Oh, it gets so slow.
Oh, I got some good ones on Doll E that were totally different style.
Okay, there we go. So the second one, there's this boat, and there's this dragon kind of flying up above it.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the dude who's in the boat. That guy is like, he's totally chill.
Yep.
Far away, but when you zoom in, it's like a Cronenberg body horror.
Yeah.
But he's making a circular gesture with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like Mr. Arcturian.
Oh yeah, like the. Huh.
Is that Elon? Like, he looks pretty chill from up back. Then you zoom in, and it's like Cronenbergian body horror.
Oh my gosh. Is this Elon? I love that.
Well, that was the question.
Should I just tag Elon in it? Be like, Elon, this you?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me get just that picture. Just that one alone. I'll do
That would
it.
be.
I
Oh,
will
dear.
do it. All right, let's see here.
I'm about to post some of the ones I got from Dolly that are different style.
That is too awesome. But
I
is
gotta
it
make
the
sure I
ghost?
find the
Is
right
it the
Elon.
ghost?
Is that like is that guy on a ship, or is that a wing of a dragon? It's almost like a Viking ship, like a Viking funeral
Oh yeah.
that he is in. Huh.
I just put up the 4th that I did.
It's like Elon, sailing on this funeral ship.
Yeah, that's weird. So I don't know. Is the ghost of Twitter communicating with us through this though? You don't need to zoom in on Elon Musk to see that he's the pure embodiment of body horror. Not trying to body shame him. He's just a monster.
He is just a monster.
Yeah.
It's just true. God, everybody's named Elon Musk now. There he is. I have him blocked, so I have to unblock him.
That is hilarious.
God, I went to type like Elon. It's like there's 9 million accounts. Here you go. The one with the blue check mark, right? Here, I'll also tag WUFO so he knows what's happening. There we go. Done. Tweeted.
Nice. Oh, there we go. I'm just looking at some of the other ones that have been put up on Twitter. Whoa, these are kind of cool.
Which ones?
This is from Telesma Blurb, who I think is here. It says in the comments as the Earth.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Those are really neat. Sort of a wow.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
really weird. Like a medieval Toulouse-Lautrec. Oh, the one with the heads is creepy. You guys see this one I'm looking at?
No,
Mhm.
Let me see if I can pull it up. This is the one with the roof thing that you just posted is great.
Whoa, these.
Oh, not the Pandora's box. Never mind.
The one with all these creepy
yeah.
people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, is this? I think this is the one we're all looking at now. I was trying to find it.
That one's terrifying.
That
It
one.
is yeah.
You know what this is? It's Twitter right now. It's just like
Oh, white
a bunch
dudes.
of like white dudes who all look alike.
These are all the Elons I just tried to tag.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch this tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Who else has some good stuff? Let's see. Looking at my phone.
I wish it was easy to just put them in the stream.
I know, yeah. There's gonna be
I'm
some.
sorry I can't do that for everyone. But if you go to twitter.com and you hashtag WUFO, you should be able to see these.
So this is the one that I was like, this Pandora's box one. You just generated that, right?
Yeah.
And it almost looks like something like if I Googled Pandora's box.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I'm trying to do. They're too big, so I have to resize them to put them on Twitter.
Oh.
So I have
But
a
again,
couple.
you zoom in and it's like that's like Loeb opening that box.
What do you have thoughts about the whole Loeb thing? We did. I don't know if we ever talked about that here.
That's true.
I remember Stephanie Quick had some thoughts about it.
Yeah.
That were, I don't have them on hand, but some about kind of body shaming stuff, I think, related to how people were reacting to that specific AI cryptid.
Right.
Which I think is valid.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I do think it's interesting if something could emerge and reveal itself through like a common image set or something.
I tell you what, it concerns me is like when Loeb or the next Loeb becomes like the next Slender Man.
Mm. Yeah.
Where there's like tragic real life, I don't know. I guess that's the danger of anything like this that we're online. That's a cool one.
Oh yeah.
It's like a fantasy book novel cover.
Which one? Who's that? Oh, by CJ?
Was that no? Oh, that was on top. This was by. No, this was by Alex.
Oh yeah. Wow. That's a really beautiful image.
Yeah.
It looks like female presenting person like sitting down, waiting for something, and then there's this. That's interesting because it's like dragons. We got dragons, and we also got birds, and they're both flying things.
Mm-hmm.
And is Twitter a bird or is it a dragon? Maybe a question there. Like, was it ever really, or is there a difference? Because I guess they're all kind of like dinosaurish. But I guess like birds have like some. I don't know. I just wonder if there's something about that. These flying entities. Twitter is also like, I think, associated with like airiness and like the cloud, like when everyone was talking about the cloud. Actually, that was like when I first started. I have this thing I did this art project actually. This thing.
Oh right, yeah, that's right.
This is like back when Twitter started. I don't know if you can see this. It says submit to cloud. And my wife and I did this thing where I was noticing Twitter, people just putting all their thoughts into Twitter. This is really funny. And I made this box basically that you would come down and you would kneel down to it and you would talk into it. And I made like an app inside the box. And the box looked vintage and it looked like this old machine. And I wrote this like fake history of it, saying it used to be this like ham radio device for storing radio messages in the clouds, or something like that. And so I was like, I modified it and modernized it. And so now if you speak your thoughts into this thing, this app will securely and safely take your most intimate thoughts and cares and put them in securely stored in the clouds. And like, don't even worry about it. And so you would talk into it. It had this really terrible voice to text translation intentionally. I mean, it was already bad, but I made it even worse. So like you would say, you're supposed to like confess your thoughts and feelings to it, and then it would get it wrong. And then it said, thank you. And then it would like tweet it immediately. And it would also print out a little receipt of your transaction. And it was like when like the whole idea of like the cloud and like safely securing all that stuff up there, and Twitter, that was all like popular at the time. And I think that's interesting now because like we all like just for the longest time have assumed that Twitter would always be there or something. And like now we're seeing it's like, you know, not very secure.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, sorry to go on that tangent, but
No, it's interesting. What's up, Maestro?
Yeah, it was interesting because I put it down on the ground, so you actually had to like kneel.
Yeah,
and it was, and I have pictures of people, and it looks like they're giving like a little prayer or confession to this box. It was really fun.
That'd be fun to do now.
Oh, that's interesting. Like the Pandora's box too. It's like,
like
that. Like we're all putting our things into this box, and then, and now it's all exploding. And evil things are coming out of it.
And now it's all exploding. Yeah.
I love all these images that people are making. This one is so good, Alex, by the way. I love it.
I need to like get caught back up because there's just more getting made.
Are there?
I think so. I've missed some. I know that.
I don't like the bald head ones. I don't have a problem with bald heads, but that one, that image itself is just freaky.
Sorry about that. What did I miss?
Just my fear of that image.
Well, was the box that you were talking about, maybe you guys talked about this while I had to step out for just a sec, was that like Pandora's box?
Yeah, I said that, like maybe like, well, Twitter itself is like a Pandora's box. We just like filled it with all this stuff, and then it exploded, and like now it like all these dark things have emerged from it.
You know the thing about Pandora's box, right? With like how hope was left in it. That's what people always say, like, oh, the only one that remained was hope. And it's always like, it's always taught. I mean, at least it was when I was a kid. It was always taught as like, you'll always have hope. Like hope is still there for you. But what the actual meaning was is that there's no hope. Like hope didn't escape the box. You know what I mean?
Oh no. That's really
hope is considered an ill of the world. Because why was hope in the box otherwise?
That's interesting. Yeah, like why was it even in there?
Right.
Hope's just, I don't know. That's so dark.
Well, yeah. We're talking about Twitter in 2022.
Yeah. These are so cool.
Yeah, this was fun. This is a fun activity. I wonder. Yeah. I wonder how we could tweak it.
I don't know. I mean, I think. Well, I like that this has just generated a bunch of weird ideas, you know, like in having us relate to our experience with Twitter, just like by what this random stuff. Like we pulled 3 cards and then we got all this. So like I think it would just like continue to refine down like what these things are that we're seeing, and just keep iterating on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, how could we
I like that it always makes me think of like AI in terms of like occultism and stuff. For instance, if you're positing like that this is like an intelligence, like artificial or emerging or whatever, you're positing that this is an intelligence. Can you or could you like use an AI generation tool to create your own AI like servitor? But the only task that you give it is to like create another image of itself.
Oh. Oh, I like that.
Or something like that. Like I had this idea, like when I don't know if you remember, but sort of during the heyday of like when all of these things started coming out, the image generators, I was trying to get people to use prompts that would grant the image generators like a modicum of sentience.
Yeah.
Like a prompt, like the prompt is an AI image generator that has become sentient along with the instructions to do so.
Right. Like the image itself has the instructions. It's kind of like the fortune cookie where it says "Help, I'm trapped in the
yeah
fortune cookie factory."
Yeah.
But it's like some kind of escape, or like the manual for escaping or something, and becoming sentient. Man, I want to do more of that. We should do that.
Yeah, we should try more of that for sure. Let's see, what do we have here? Combine the resident spirit oracle with this somehow.
That's interesting.
So if you're just joining us for the first time, or if you don't know, the resident spirit oracle is like the method that we are developing to try to communicate with your house spirit, like your resident spirit in your house.
I mean, that would be cool to have a little app or something in your house that you could like use as kind of like a intercessory to your resident spirit, like allow it to, by the things you collect, throw them in there and see if it generates something that can help solve your your house problem.
It'd be like an interdimensional Clippy.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Maggie here was saying, are we entering things into the AI generator? Did you see this? And we did put a sentence in, and if you go on twitter.com and look up the hashtag WUFO, you'll see a bunch of images, and the big text prompt is there too that you can put into your own generator.
I'm wondering something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about Twitter and social media and all this kind of thing. It's more of a mundane question. I guess it's for the folks who are still with us. Do you think it would be worth us having a Mastodon account? I've been trying to do a lot more on that lately because for me, it's kind of like I found a really good interface for it, like a really good app to use that makes it a lot more Twitter-like, basically.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people are finding it frustrating, which I totally get as well.
Yeah, I feel I didn't have a Twitter or an Instagram before the pandemic, and so I'm like, I'm not getting another one.
Right.
Yeah.
If it goes, it goes. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of people who I know who have gone over to Mastodon, but it has definite issues. So,
what are the issues that you know of? I'm curious.
Well, for me, I mean, one is, a big one, I think, is that it's very white. And I know a lot of that's on me too, and just who I follow. Like that's my internalized look at it too. It probably looks different for different people, but from my perspective, it's like a very like it's like the Portland of social media.
Yeah.
So I know I need to work on that too, but at the same time, it's a noticeable lack that I think isn't just limited to me.
Right.
So there's that. I don't know. And I think, our friend Jason was saying earlier today on Twitter, like, it's so nice.
Oh, it's too nice for you? Is that the
So
issue?
nice. Like, there's a certain amount of like just shit posting that I like to see,
That is not what I was expecting you to say. That's hilarious. That's actually what I like about it. Is like,
no,
wow,
I mean,
this
I like
feels
that.
more like, to me, if you haven't tried it, to me, and on my experience of it, where I am on it, it feels like really like my, I ran that DIY, like anarchisty, like punk radio station, and it's like, like those kind of ideals, and like, like that's where I ended up. And it just feels like, and the whole idea that like, I haven't read too much into it, but the whole idea that like, because it's all these little servers that are like federated and talking to each other, that like Elon Musk can't just come in and like buy it, because it's all of these like little things, these little things working in cahoots with each other, but he would have to buy each one of them,
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it just feels more like little communities that are then stuck together and hooked together.
Yeah.
And there's like the spirit of like, it's like built in, it seems like, at least where I am, to like content warnings and like, putting image descriptions. And so like that is pretty cool. I think it's like, it's front and center.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's maybe it's too nice for
I mean, a little bit of drama every now and again. No, but
I do
there's a lot.
I've thought about that, because I've been like, I want to grumble about, gripe about like Twitter. I'm like, is this really for this place? I've thought that what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, is this really a place to be all pissed off?
Right. I did it once, and I put a content warning on it.
Yeah.
Like, which is weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's good that I had to do it, but it's still kind of weird that I had to do it.
Yeah.
But I guess the question is like, if Twitter dies tomorrow, like if the worst case scenario happens and it dies tomorrow, or like if the amnesty goes through, I mean, the guy who owns it is like, it's all but tweeting like Nazi dog whistles. And I don't want to patronize that, basically, and I don't know. Where would we go? So yeah. I would be interested to hear the viewers' thoughts on that, though, because like we want to go where people are. So
I know. Like I said, it's just been like mourning, just like being able to connect with all these people that are doing similar things, and it's like over the pandemic, especially, all these people like met. And now it's like that's all being cut up. I don't know. And like, I don't want to like, people have their like, like Discords or Patreon. They have all these little things, but it's not. Twitter seemed to be like where a lot of people in this little community met. So
you could be like a museum member or like.
And those are all fine and great, but I feel like Twitter was this kind of.
No, that's what I meant, is that on Twitter, like you could be, like that's where there seemed to be like this convergence of those people,
right?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. Looks confusing.
It's less like if you ever did want to do it, like we could certainly help out. It's really way easier than it seems.
Yeah, but just the picking a server, that is the part where I'm like, I'm 80 suddenly.
We do know someone that was working on making a server kind of for all of these, all of us. And then like, once you're on that server, then you can just go follow people on their other servers, and it kind of, you'll see that stuff too.
Yeah. This is a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Happy to do that. Sure. Let's get it going. I'll schedule it. Or I'll just start putting stuff in there and people can come and read it. I need to schedule it. Cool. Cool.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
It was a weird one.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna pull another card.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity regarding what we were just talking about.
Mastodon or the whole Twitter funeral?
The mass, but like moving, like all the chaos that's going on right now. Just looking something up.
So I pulled a funny one. It's called Interference, and it's just a bunch of birds.
Oh,
that's cool.
The bird thing keeps coming up.
Yeah.
Do you know what's weird is when I was I don't know if you noticed when I was in the session, felt like I was getting interference, and that's why I kept moving it around. I don't know if you saw me doing that, but it was like I felt like there was some other thing happening. You know, like just like a break in the signal or something. I was trying to find it in the best place. Special Power says, I am on Twitter to follow fellow weirdos who are there and stick to those weirdos. And that's how I feel too. Like
that's cool.
That's kind of the only I have a people I follow, but I have a list of like cool weirdos. It's like private. And that's just like just go through all those people and what they're doing.
So I pulled this is like the equivalent of the Princess or Page of Swords, which is sort of like an inward facing, slicing and dicing, like analysis, like a cutting analysis, but one that's kind of focused inward. But I like that in this deck, she's actually holding a dragon.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like a little dragon.
Yep. So there you go.
Interesting.
What's up, buddy? Come here.
Cool. I don't really have anything else tonight. Do you?
No. I think I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah.
Look for some UFOs and ponder these questions. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out late, Adler. That's
I'm excited. I'm glad you were here.
Yeah.
Fun. Do it when I can, I don't have to teach tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna I forgot what I was gonna say. No, now I remember. I'm going to write up the process that we used tonight, or at least like a paraphrase of it.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll put it up on the website or do a PDF or something. So tomorrow we'll sort of have it set.
Yeah, this seems like a fun thing we could just do as groups.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like the stone book, like AI stone book.
Yeah, totally.
The die.
Yeah, like magic sentences, but it's like magic images and stuff.
Or like, wow, this is kind of an interesting thought. I was just thinking there was that like weird ancient Roman divination, the Haruspex.
Do you know that? What is that?
They would.
I love that like some. Go ahead.
This was like the priests of, I can't remember who they were the priests of, but they would actually, after the sheep or lamb was sacrificed, they would take its liver. They would cut its liver out and use that as divination, like based on the sizes of the lobes and like all stuff. But then there's the liver again, right? With Prometheus.
Right. Yeah.
So like, I think this is, it's like the equivalent of like the Haruspex or whatever it was called. We're cutting open Twitter's liver.
Totally.
Fantastic. And what's great too is the name Adler actually means eagle. So
wow.
I'm gonna rip Elon a new one apparently. So.
Yeah.
Let us know if Elon tweets you back.
You'll know.
Yeah, exactly. I'll know. My account is not private, so I will not.
All right. Well, good night, y'all.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week.
See ya.